Hello, I'm John Bachman. We've all heard the reports about Americans heading overseas to fight alongside Islamic radicals. We'll tell you about another one in just a second. But Congress is also trying to do something about it by taking a look at the ways they can restrict the travel of suspected American jihadis.
Terrorists with Western passports pose additional risk to the homeland because many are eligible for visa-free travel through the visa waiver program.
The hearing on Capitol Hill today, the Congresswoman says thousands of terrorists are carrying Western passports. Also, more of the top Democrats on that committee said that the federal government should augment its no-fly terror watch list in light of these recent threats. And that comes as today's hearing comes as another American is facing significant jail time for trying to help Islamic militants. A Colorado woman named Shannon Conley has now pleaded guilty to conspiracy charges. Authorities say she intended to go to help ISIS and was arrested in April while trying to board a flight at Denver International Airport on her way to Syria. Authorities say the nurse aide wanted to provide medical help to Islamic fighters. And with President Obama's highly anticipated speech for an ISIS strategy set to air live tonight, the president continues to consult with world leaders. The president spoke with King Abdullah from Saudi Arabia today earlier on the phone. You see it right here. This comes as the administration's efforts try to unite Arab countries against Islamic State militants around the world. President Obama is set to unveil his plans and what he hopes to do. We could hear more about possible airstrikes in Syria. Meanwhile, the president is also asking Congress for $5 billion to counter Islamic extremists. Today, Secretary of State John Kerry met with Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi. Kerry is making several stops in the Mideast this week to drum up support for the president's new ISIS strategy. The meeting comes as Iraq tries to establish a new and more inclusive government. The Obama administration has recently increased its pressure on Iraq to step up its efforts against Islamic State militants.
It is necessary for moderate, reasonable people around the world to repudiate the distortion of Islam that ISIL seeks to spread.
Well, Kerry also says all nations can play a role in defeating ISIS by tracking and stopping the flow of foreign fighters and money to Iraq and Syria. Also in Iraq, Defense Ministry officials say its troops are pushing ISIS fighters out of positions in the Anbar province. Iraqi soldiers captured 2 fighters from the Islamic State group in this operation. One is a Saudi national, another was from Tajikistan. This footage was released on the same day that Kerry and the Obama administration continue to press Iraq's Shia leader to quickly deliver more firepower to Sunni areas of the country. And a 65-year-old woman from Napa Valley is now dead following that earthquake that rocked California last month. Officials say the woman died as a result of brain injuries suffered during the August 24th quake. The wine country also caused more than $1 billion in damages. Another update coming up in 30 minutes. Now we'll send it back to New York and the Steve Malzberg Show.